I wanted to explain today why I wrote the Serenity Technique. It's a technique to find serenity, inner peace, when you need it. The world's very divisive right now. There's a lot of anger, a lot of protest, a lot of us against them going on in the world, and it's very easy for us to succumb to this anger. So I want an easy technique to help people deal with it, to see beyond it, to find what's at our core, really. This isn't my normal forte. I usually write about mystical oneness, a form of non-dualism, a form of non-dual philosophy of enlightenment. So you might be wondering why I wrote kind of like a self-help book. The way it came about is I get a lot of emails about asking how they address people. A spiritual person should address anger and nervousness and worry and doubts, common emotions that we all experience, but how to address them from a spiritual perspective. And I was originally going to write another book about that, and with each of these different emotions written down, a chapter for each individual emotion. But what it turned out is I always came up with the same answer. It always turned out to be, you're taking a thought too seriously. And when I looked into that a little deeper, I asked, well, why are we taking thoughts so seriously? And well, we take a thought seriously when we take it personally. So I decided, instead of writing this huge book with each individual emotion, I said, let me just consolidate it down. If you're not feeling serene, then it's because you're taking a thought too seriously, too personally. Then I looked at it and I said, well, why do they take thoughts? So why do I take thoughts personally sometimes? And it always boils down to the same thing: love. Whenever a thought or a subject that we love is being attacked, we feel it's being attacked, usually verbally, we react, we get stressed, we get angry, we get tense, we contract down into ourselves. And so this pattern evolved, and I realized that at the core of all disharmony, ironically, is love. Love lies behind the whole reason we feel stressed, the whole reason we feel tense, the whole reason we take thoughts personally. So when I started looking at this, I realized that the reason that people attack us, and usually and what I mean by attack is it's usually a verbal. They'll insult you, they'll cut you off, they'll my mind's going blank now. I didn't rehearse this at all. But anyway, the reason we feel stressed is usually we feel like there's some sort of a verbal or an actionable attack on us. It's not a physical attack, but we take it personally because of our own love. But if we look a little deeper, we'll often see that the reason the other person is attacking us, and sometimes it's ourselves attacking ourselves, is because of their love. They're looking for happiness too. They're cutting us off in traffic because they love their family. They're trying to get home, or they love acting like a race car driver, So there's on these two halves of this divisiveness that we often feel. Is love on our own side is why we take it personally, but it's love usually on the attacking party, who his actions or her actions are based on love also, and it's just they're just usually it's selfish love is what's causing the conflict. So the Serenity Technique is based on looking at the love not only on both sides, but looking at the love we feel for our surroundings too, and bringing all three of those together, bringing it all together and using it as a way of getting out of our heads, to stop taking the thoughts so seriously and getting into the moment, experiencing this moment, the love we feel for this moment, the love we feel for ourselves, the love we feel for the moment. And we can bring that together and we can find a serene place. And that's really what the Serenity Technique's about. It is about finding a connection through love within ourselves. And we can use this anytime. It's a very simple technique. It'll probably take you only minutes, really. It's a short book. It's probably take you an hour, 2 hours to read. But the technique can really change your life, because as I say, I looked at all these different problems and they all boil down to the same thing. We're taking a thought too seriously. I hope this helps. I hope you'll check the book out and see whether you like it or not. Leave reviews and tell your friends about it, okay? I appreciate it. Thank you.